So, hello everyone, it is Nux, and for the first time in a long time, we are doing the Super Gaming Squad podcast. We are back, baby, after like I can't even remember the last time we did one of these.
It's like since last E3.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Switch thingy.
Yeah, well, that wasn't really a podcast, that was more of a live reaction. Like, the actual podcast series, we haven't done in ages. But we're back. It's kind of a mix of, the newer people. We have Alpha today.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
We have Andrew.
Hey, what's up?
We have Konon, or he goes, I guess, yeah, that's the nickname we call him here. But he goes by...
YouTube is dead now.
I was going to say, if you want to plug your YouTube, you can, but since you said so, it's dead, I guess.
Nah, I mean, you can, bro. They know. What's up, guys?
Yeah, I'll have it in the description and all that. And then we have Nova, a.k.a. Sahvon.
Hello. You can subscribe to me on Twitter and Instagram for all my art shit.
Yeah, because he's more active there than his YouTube. That's a dead YouTube right there. He doesn't even have videos.
I could upload videos if I cared enough.
Yeah,
I should have never deleted those Minecraft videos off my YouTube channel.
Ooh, see, now you said it on camera, so now they about to go search it up.
Man, they ain't gonna find shit.
Oh, we have Wayback Machines.
Good luck.
But yeah, welcome to the Super Gaming Squad podcast. So for this first episode of the return of the podcast, we are just going to be talking about some pre-E3 hype. Well, I guess as far as hype goes for this E3, because we don't really know what to fully expect. But this E3, because this E3 is a weird one. There's definitely some weird factors to it. So how this E3 is going to go is most of the big players are having an E3, show. But one of the people who are kind of falling out a bit is Sony.
Yeah.
Because Sony's overconfident again.
Yeah.
They're direct.
Yeah.
Sony's going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Are they having their Sony Direct this year at E3, or are they just not going at all?
I think they're having a state of play, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. It's not announced, but they're probably doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, they've just been
They're
asked
probably
so
going to
far.
announce it like 3 days before.
Yeah, they'll probably. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask. It was saying I see Sony doing this, and I'm like, do you guys think other like Microsoft and Nintendo doing this would be kind of cool if they we let other game companies like Bethesda, Square Enix just be the main holders of E3?
I mean, Nintendo's kind of only pseudo been there for a while now because they've been doing E3 directs.
Yeah, they've long dropped press conference. The last one for them is 2012, I think it was, and that was where they gave more. Yeah, that was 2012, and that one was the one where they fully revealed the Wii U because we knew the Wii U existed. It had its nickname. What was it? Project Cafe was its code name.
What?
Yeah.
I'm actually upset about that.
Yeah, I don't know why they called it that. That had nothing to do with what it was. Well, then again, GameCube was what was it? Dolphin?
It was the Dolphin. Yeah. And Wii was the Revolution.
See, Revolution kind of makes sense because they were doing something kind of ambitious with Wii, but the GameCube is literally just called Dolphin. What is that? Well, actually, that might make sense because didn't the GameCube era have all those water games and stuff?
I think it had to do with the name of the CPU or something.
Yeah, that was the era with all the tropical themes.
I think
Oh shit, yeah.
some hardware inside of it.
I think it has to do with the name of the CPU or something.
Right. That makes sense.
GameCube was the generation they were finally able to animate water adequately. So everyone was like, "Oh shit, we can actually draw."
Yeah,
You can
that's
actually
why
do
everything was
it.
tropical themed, because they want to flex the water.
Never forget Sonic Adventure had to perfect chaos because they wanted to show off water.
I remember reading that, but I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
Huh.
That's why it's a giant water monster as their villain.
I think the GameCube was a 7.8 out of 10.
Wow.
There was just too much water.
Right.
Oh.
Right. For a second, I
Oh
thought
my
you were
God.
serious, but you were referencing IGN.
Uh,
But yeah,
Space
E3.
Ice.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, E3's been
No.
kind of funky for a while now because everyone has been like on and off with it. I don't think it's it's not dead yet, but it's definitely
No.
weird.
I mean, it could have been kind of ass like 10 years ago, or we were too little to know.
Maybe. Well, see, the funny thing is, back then there was like a point where it was definitely big because they had like a lot of games and demo stations, and it was like super crazy. They treated it like it was a holiday.
That's the thing. You don't, with the, like the way digital stuff is now, like you don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Technically, it's like
But it's funny because I watched a video where 𝗺𝗲𝗺𝗀𝗺𝗲, he's an upcoming big Nintendo YouTuber right now, and he covered one of the really oldest E3s. And E3 in the beginning was like straight up business meetings. It was literally a guy in a suit coming on stage and like giving updates on games and stuff. And they didn't even talk about the games mostly. They talked about the sales and stuff.
Huh.
yeah, isn't it like primarily like an industry thing?
Yeah.
It's not, like,
That's what it was. That's what it started as, and then it slowly kind of got more entertaining over time.
I think they realized it was just like a really good marketing event.
Yeah, like I feel like E3 is just the main way to sell consoles and games. That's like the biggest part of it.
Yeah, that's basically what it became, and it kind of always was the idea from the start, but it was definitely more boring in the beginning.
Yeah.
I think haven't the Game Awards been picking up steam every few years? I feel like they might be like picking up the slack in some kind of.
In some ways, yeah, but the Game Awards is definitely a little more different because the Game Awards is very Western focused.
Oh
Yeah, that's true. But like, if Sony or Nintendo want to push like Eastern games, they could if they really want.
yeah.
And it's
I was
not
gonna-
like it's not like there's no Eastern games there, you know.
Mhm.
They just have
It's
to be under.
don't win any awards because this is America.
Yeah.
America.
So I think companies like From Software can do like literally whatever the fuck they.
Yeah, it's weird. So E3 has been a weird event over the years. Again, I don't think it's dying yet, but it's definitely been through some weird changes.
I mean, when you look at it, when was the last hype E3 that you had?
Oof.
That's like one good question to ask to see like where your standpoint on E3 is.
It's so hard to answer because E3's never been like that crazy for me. Like it's more so always been about the individual game announcements.
Yeah, definitely, because you're looking for certain things. Like throughout the past few years, the only thing I look forward for E3 is like some Kingdom Hearts news, some Final Fantasy news.
I'm so sorry.
I know, right? And then like I wouldn't even get that, so it's like E3 was just to me.
And it's kind of like if your favorite like game series kind of came out, there's nothing for you to look forward to.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's like so. I'm like this year at E3, I literally have nothing to look forward to because Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, Devil May Cry 5's out. I don't like. They're gonna if they want to bring me in this E3, they need to have like hype game announcements. Like sure, like you main thing you look for is series that you're already invested in, but like looking for something new.
For me, it's like Zelda, and Zelda's like probably not going to be there because Link's Awakening HD has yet to come out, and honestly, it's like the same game we've already played, so it's not that.
Right.
Yeah, I know you're looking forward to Link's Awakening.
Shut up.
I had to bring up the inside joke.
I think the game I'm looking forward to most right now might be Death Stranded. That last trailer like really won me over.
I still need to look into that game.
I think I need to see more.
Like,
what terms do you
like? I'm not about to pre-order it. Like it just if it still looks good when it comes out, I'm probably gonna pick.
See, I don't see point in pre-ordering games anymore.
Oh yeah, I think it's probably pretty bad for the industry.
Yeah, in general, I don't do that anymore. I mean, and we know that's like a big thing with killing GameStop right now, but that's a whole other can of worms.
I learned my lesson with Jump Force.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have anyone to blame but yourself. You about
Hey, Sahvon. I just thought Suna would be in the game, but he's not.
You were wrong. That boy hasn't been in the thing since like 2012.
He was in J-Stars.
He has been in the thing since 2012.
It's funny that it's funny that you bring up the point about E3, kind of being a thing where you're mostly looking for your type of games and stuff like that, because I feel like that's been a big part of people's feelings about E3. Like, people look for a specific game or set of games. If it's not there, they basically say, well, E3 sucked.
Yeah, that's why I said, I could see E3 moving more towards, like I said, less than, more towards, having only things like Square Enix, Bethesda, Ubisoft, where, the developers of games just focus on it so people can look towards, their developers that they, enjoy instead of, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, where it's, console exclusives.
Mm-hmm. That's a big part of it, what games are going to be there. And obviously, there's always a game you're looking forward to over others. And if it's not there, it's disappointing.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a great talk about that. So, yeah, Sony probably won't be there in a bigger way than usual, but they will be there probably in some form.
All right.
And
they'll have a state of play, like a demo or two.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're still going to have games announced and, revealed for them because, it's not just them. We're looking forward to Final Fantasy VII remake and, I'm not sure if we'll get any news during E3 because,
that game ain't going to be released until 2023.
Oh, no, yeah, that's 100% facts. But it's still interesting to see, even if your game isn't going to be out for a few years, it's still interesting to see, them, revealing things about it bit by bit. Unless you're the type of person who doesn't even want to know anything about the game, you just want to start fresh. But it's Final Fantasy VII remake.
That game won't come out.
And the funny thing is, we know Sony is not going to be gone forever. They're going to be back swinging with PS5.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's just really weird to see a major player stepping back.
Yeah, that's
imagine if Ford or something dropped out of the auto shit.
Yeah,
that would be a huge. That would just change the whole game, really.
Yeah, but that's just the general talk. So of the companies I have listed, of the main ones, is there anyone you're probably looking forward to more than others? I mean, we're all going to watch Nintendo. That's what we do here.
yeah, we're a Nintendo. That's our primary focus.
The better one last year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, well, last year Microsoft did pretty well, so...
Yeah, their E3 is so weird because on... One, they did definitely well, but we still need to see if more exclusives come out of it.
Yeah, Xbox has mostly been doing okay. They just don't have anything big going for them, but I think they mostly made up for their mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I just thought about? They did a Under Night announcement. I'm like, Nintendo, you better get on that.
I'm trying, bro. God. We're buying that game.
Yeah,
Sahvon, we're getting that game on Switch. I need your hands more often than not.
I need your hands. I don't want to play this game.
And then we got the usual third parties as well. Ubisoft will be there. I know with Ubisoft, Nintendo. No, not Nintendo, but with Ubisoft, Nintendo. Why do I keep saying Nintendo? But at the Ubisoft conference,
because they're all
Conan's favorite person lady will be there.
Bring back Mr. Coffee.
A grandma?
No,
Please and
the
thank you.
black lady who usually presents Ubisoft.
You can't just say that.
Yeah, her. She's the best part of theirs.
Honestly.
Pretty much. They have to have like a good speaker.
Remember when Ubisoft had Tobuscus? When Tobuscus was a thing?
Oh wow.
No.
No, nothing will
That girl
top.
would be unhinged.
Nothing will top Microsoft bringing in Usher. Nothing.
Wait, I missed that E3. What the fuck? wait, I want you to know, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, I'd never been into E3 until like I met you guys, kind of. So it's like I might have missed that one.
Oh, that one was legendary, bruh. No.
But
Oh fuck!
Never forget going on a journey.
Oh, going on a journey with EA. The man came on stage and said, we're going on a journey and you're all, or I'm going on a journey and you're all coming with me. It's like, huh?
What?
Where
It
are we
sounds like the
going?
man's kidnapping
Down,
us.
And then the screen went dark. I'm just,
I want you to know the most weird thing I seen from E3 is when they just talked about a car for a good minute.
You mean every Microsoft E3?
You mean every EA?
Or no. Yeah, it's Microsoft. They're the ones who bring a car on stage because they have Forza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold on.
I'm just glad we're past the Rock Band phase.
Oh, for real. Like, that's the reason these celebrity artists were coming on stage. I think Jason Derulo was at one. I forget which one.
Huh? You can't be out here watching. No.
I remember that.
No, we can't have a Spyro announcement to talk dirty to me. What is this?
E3 it's fun in either way.
Every single Just Dance gonna have that guy. Gonna have that one celebrity.
See, imagine if Nintendo starts doing this. They better have Beyonce come out to help announce Mario Maker Free.
Nah. She's going. Beyonce's gonna sing the next Jump Up Superstar.
It better be.
Beyonce singing the next Jump Up Superstar. Let's be honest.
She's just gonna straight up voice Pauline.
Didn't they have her promote Nintendogs?
Yeah, they
3DS?
did.
Oh yeah, actually, I think I remember that.
What the fuck? I have zero recollection of this.
You see what I'm saying, Andrew? It's like what? It's like what the fuck going on?
But yeah, I think that covers the general E3 talk. If you have any last thoughts on that, you can.
I think it was Rhythm Heaven, not Nintendogs.
So
Yeah,
won't
Rhythm
steal
Heaven.
almost this game. So they'll have a good E3 this year.
Oh, right, yeah. So next up, we're talking about, we're narrowing it down to Nintendo, the big boys.
How much do you think they fucking spent on Beyonce, especially 10 years ago?
They had the money. It was the Wii DS era.
Yeah, so they're so stingy.
But it was worth every single cent.
It's such an underwhelming commercial.
It's literally it's funny because you can tell she was not playing that game.
Bro, they got her for 30 seconds. LeBron saying Sprite Cranberry must have been like $2 billion. That was like his only line in the whole commercial.
I remember someone made a horror game off of that. Just LeBron tasting you say one of cranberries.
No, that just gives me flashbacks to the Michael Jackson game that Corey Ketchum was playing.
Oh my god, why does this game exist?
This man was crawling on the floor.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to go back and watch that today.
Oh, I'm dying thinking about it. But yeah, so
The game actually looked pretty solid.
yeah. Oh, and so with this E3, the reason that it's weird also is the fact that this E3 they don't have a main focus. It seems like. Because, yeah, in prior years, every time they're about to have their E3, they highlight a specific game they're going to make the main focus. They say Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Zelda. In the case of the Zelda, that was literally the only game. That was 2016. Yeah. They only came with Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then Pokemon Sun and Moon was like in the treehouse, and that was it.
Yeah. But yeah, you're like you said, this year they're not really showing off anything. Isn't E3 in like just a few more days?
Yeah, and there's so many questions because they won't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, we're getting closer to the period where we're gonna start getting information because a few weeks ago we had the Mario Maker 2 Direct. They gave it its own Direct where they highlighted more information about that.
And let's not forget we're getting a Sun and Moon Direct in 2 days. So.
You mean Sword and Shield? Yeah.
Sword and Shield. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Right. Still on that 7th gen brain.
The only thing I want out of that Sword and Shield Direct is them not to reveal every single thing that's going to happen in the game within that one Direct.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because I hate.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, we're going to go in order with this game talk. But yeah. In general, with the E3, there's going to be build-up. There's directs. I have a theory that they might actually do a Smash Direct as well. They might make that a separate direct. It depends on how much they're going to show.
Like, I would hope so.
The speculation right now is we're going to get 1 to 2 characters at E3, which one character for sure that's going to happen.
What, at the tournament?
Maybe that's also another theory I've had.
They're finally going to reveal Steve from Minecraft. It's time, boys.
Oh my god!
To be honest, I wouldn't even be that upset at that announcement. I would just be like, "Oh, okay."
Yes, like I said on Twitter, Steve is a mixed bowl for me, for many reasons. And this is just a little ramble, but. He's a mixed bowl because on the positive side, I guess, I did like Minecraft. I grew up playing that game a lot. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I don't hate the character or anything like that. You know, I know the Minecraft kind of has a consensus where the fan base is like super bad, like Undertale and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the fan base is just kids.
Exactly. It's not that bad. But yeah, but here's the thing. Obviously, the main reason people are kind of iffy on Steve is A, he cucks other characters, you know, like Banjo, Master Chief, and all them. He's also kind of like a weird character to put in himself because Steve as like a character is very blank slate because he's an avatar.
Yeah. To be honest, I see him moving like.
Yeah, he also would look weird. Like, he would look very strange in the game itself. But besides that, I would not mind if Minecraft Steve got in. I wouldn't be angry or anything. I know the internet is gonna...
Oh, no, they're gonna throw a fit. That's for sure.
No, the internet is gonna be a war zone for sure. But otherwise, I think that's all right. But yeah, there's free tournaments. What were you saying, Conan?
Angry Birds for Smash Bros.
Oh, we were talking about that earlier. Like,
what?
Like, the general excuse for a lot of Smash characters is, they gotta represent something if they get in Smash. It's like, no, they don't. What does Ice Climbers represent?
To be honest.
Alright, but we're getting
retro. That's what they.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who's the guy with the lost character in Smash Brothers. Okay.
But yeah, and Conan made the joke that, or I guess I did, but we made the joke that, Angry Birds is going to get it because it's going to be the mobile rep.
Why would they ever do that?
The iPhone rep? Really? iOS?
The iOS rep. Alright, I'm just trying to see
or like a Candy Crush or something.
Yeah, by that logic, we're gonna get like a restaurant rep. We're gonna get Ronald McDonald and Smash.
My boy Ronald McDonald in a box bar. Dude, that's crazy.
No,
not true. All that.
That would be so appropriate.
My boy Chucky.
Get those McDonald's toys as reps. Let's go.
Bro, you know we're not.
You could play Mario at McDonald's.
What were you saying?
Tails soccer.
Oh yeah, we can recreate the Sonic McDonald's commercial.
Shadow basketball. I'm sorry, the way Shadow ran in that commercial kills me every time.
But yeah, Smash DLC is like an open can of worms right now. Like, the speculation has narrowed down some characters for sure. Especially if you watch channels like Papa Gino's and stuff like that, you'll know where the speculation scene is right now. And it's really narrowing down.
Cat for gravity. Look, I know this is kind of a joke, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
Oh, Andrew posted the GIF too. I'm dying. Now I gotta edit that in the video.
Who paid for this? He wears his chest thing.
I don't know.
Yo, tell me why Shadow shaved his chest. What's going on?
You killed Alpha.
I'm sorry. Do you see how he's just bouncing the fucking...
Wait, I remember us watching this and I translated it or something.
Oh, right. You could roughly translate it.
Ew, that knuckle.
Alright.
No, we can't keep roasting this commercial. We'll be here all day.
I just wanted to see the next one.
I gotta scroll up.
No, that's me if we don't get anything for... That's me every time we go into E3 and we don't get anything mother related. That's how I look.
I don't think Dreamcast consoles were ever sold in Pakistan.
Oh,
I mean, any Sega consoles.
Well,
I don't think
well, the thing is, Sonic Heroes, that wasn't on Dreamcast.
the only ones they would have gotten had to have been for PlayStation or something.
Yeah. Like, Sega was dead. Well, figuratively dead. Obviously, they're not dead because they refuse to die.
They're like
roaches. If you kill them, they'll still be alive.
But
We're
not gonna speak that blue boy's name in this podcast. We're just not. I hate Sonic. Not really, but I really hate Sonic.
Yeah. My brother literally hates Sonic.
So
that guy you love to hate.
Yeah. So with their E3, I also mentioned the tournaments. I think they're having free. They're having a Splatoon 2 one, which does anyone still I know Konon, you play Splatoon 2 still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it still pretty good? I have some friends who don't like Splatoon as much. But
Yeah.
I mean, they've been
1,000 hours.
What were you saying?
I got 1,000 hours in it.
Oh, right. 1,000 hours, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, dude. Damn.
It's funny, not even my highest game hour, the highest hours I have in a game, it's not even close to 1,000.
I can't even lie. The reason I'm a Gen 4 stan heavy is because I played Diamond for fucking 900 hours.
Oh no, Gen 4 was my life.
And you were spending 100 hours watching that Blissey die, didn't you?
I regret putting over 100 hours into Pokemon X and Y.
Oh no! See, that was different though. That had a lit competitive scene. It was actually.
Oh, definitely.
Fun. Yeah, that was different, kinda. The story mode hours. Okay.
350 hours.
Yeah, the story mode hours. I'll gladly.
Them was sleep hours.
No. Those were
big facts.
Those were Pokemon sleep hours.
Oh no! You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that at all.
All right. Oh, I'm about ahead.
Yeah, I guess we could briefly mention that conference, which had nothing but Pokemon Sleep is a game that exists. How
Pokemon?
Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Pokemon Company, for worrying about my sleep schedule. I appreciate it.
Pokemon drink water.
I was gonna say the real question is when we get in Pokemon eat. You can't be starving out here.
Pokemon Eat teaches you how to prepare salad.
It's funny because that could be a good dual game with Sleep. Snorlax can be the mascot of both.
That's crazy.
He munching and he
It's a Pokemon Cafe. They already got a Kirby one, right?
Yeah, the Pokemon. They have the Kirby Cafe. That's in Japan. It's really nice looking.
There's actually a lot of cafes. Square Enix has one.
Sonic has one in Japan. He does.
Oh, I take it back. They're not cool anymore.
I wouldn't eat there though. Sega has a bad reputation with restaurants.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You're what?
Oh, I gotta tell this story.
They told us that.
Yeah, I talk about it in the Sonic chat all the time. So Sega used to own restaurants. They straight up have restaurants, but some of them got shut down for food poisoning, which means their food making is as bad as their games, and that
they got actual hedgehogs running around back in the kitchen. It's disgusting.
Oh god,
that's crazy.
Rodent infestation.
That's crazy.
Like it's painful. Why, Sega? Why are you like this? But yeah.
But I was gonna say back to the tournament stuff. You said, did we talk about the Mario Maker 2 Invitational?
Yeah, that's one of the tournaments. There's a Mario Maker 2 one, and I think that one will be interesting because it'll be similar to that time where they showed off the first Mario Maker, where they brought in pro players to play that levels that Nintendo made, and they were crazy too.
Right.
I like how Nintendo announces the online will be ass ahead of time, so I don't have to keep my hopes up.
Oh boy, we'll get to that.
Man, I was good. I'm happy you said that because I was just about to go off on that.
Nah, hold your fire.
You know what?
How long will Nintendo keep me and my boys apart?
Hold your fire.
They actually has to fight John Embers though.
Oh right, that guy from last year, or not last year, the last time they played it.
The sad thing is they can't even do it online. We gotta fly one of them out to each other.
Right? No, that's the reason. We gotta fight to get online, proper online.
That's crazy.
You gotta beat the Nintendo staff at their own game.
Nah, we gotta bring Reggie back. He's our only hope.
No, he's the final boss. He retired as a ruse.
When you beat him, he's finally free, and he retires, but retirement is just a metaphor.
We think he retired, but he's gonna come on stage and be like, so you thought I was God?
I didn't go to...
The Persona music comes on. Try and steal.
He has the most epic entrance for no reason.
You see him achieve full power.
Oh no.
Reggie will go Ultra Instinct.
I'm convinced if Reggie comes back to Nintendo now,
He has like the Infinity Stones of like bad online, no third party, just like.
Oh no.
The Wii U stones? Let's go.
With a snap of his fingers, he can make single player the only way to play.
I love Nintendo, but they really just have their flaws. They just do. Like, I know we're like joking about this, but please don't think we hate Nintendo, because if we did,
no, we love Nintendo. Like, they hate us too.
Like, if we didn't love Nintendo, we wouldn't be hoping.
Yeah, there's no point in criticizing things you don't give a shit about.
Facts.
How are you gonna lie like that?
Are you trying to say something?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that sweet YouTube money.
You're right, but don't tell them that.
And then they have a Smash Ultimate tournament where they might reveal characters there, but I don't know. They might just focus on the fight.
I wanted to ask, guys, in your experience, is Joker broken? Because my brother is pissed off every time I beat him with that man.
Alright, that man is super hard to use. He's not broken at all.
It's funny because recently someone...
I can't tell if Sahvon was being serious or not. I can't tell.
Joker's not actually broken. If he had Arsene always on, he'd be broken.
Okay, fair enough.
It's funny, there's a debate on Twitter right now because someone won a tournament with Joker, and they're being like, "Ugh, I hate Joker," and everyone's like, here we go again. It's the Bayonetta thing all over.
Oh no!
Except I don't think Joker is Bayonetta bad. At least not yet.
No one's Bayonetta bad.
Why did Pichu get nerfed?
Oh, Peach? Because he was claiming souls.
Bodied. Pichu got
because Nux was right. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. Pichu was actually out here claiming souls. He was in the lab through Melee to Ultimate.
Help him. So did Olimar, actually.
But yeah, they did my boy Pichu dirty. And Olimar.
They did my boy Olimar kind of dirty. I don't care, because he was like super annoying.
Yeah, his Pikmin killed did so much damage for no reason.
He did up smash twice. He could up smash like twice in a row. Like why would you be able to do that?
But I don't keep up with the ultimate meta as much, but I just know it's always funny shenanigans.
Can't keep up with ultimate because Smash 4 was full of just the Bayonetta.
Nah, Smash. We all know Smash 4's
know.
meta was something else. Like, it started like crazy because like certain characters completely dominated. Then as each patch came, even if they fixed someone would get worse. Like the infamous Diddy Kong uprising. We don't speak of those times. People were dying.
I remember when 0-1 every single event.
Speaking of Ultimate DLC, but yeah, the common speculation of the character that might be revealed, which I do think we will get a new character. We're all in agreement of that, right?
We'll definitely get a new character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pretty much get a new character. But it's just a matter of who and how they're gonna do it. It's up in the air. One character who's in common speculation, I want to get your guys' opinions on this because on Twitter people roast this guy like crazy. 𝗺𝗲𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗺𝗺 from Dragon Quest. I'm probably pronouncing it weird, but yeah, it's 𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺. And he's from Dragon Quest, and a lot of people are roasting him because it's like, oh boy, another sword user with maybe magic or something. It's, you know how, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like
users are memes.
I mean, my thing is, as long as he has like unique gameplay, it's not really an issue. I'm like, people usually say that because all the Fire Emblem characters in there, but it's like compare Marth and Corrin. Like
exactly, which like, I don't mind if they have a sword because there's people who like don't fall under that stereotype who do have swords, like freaking Meta Knight. No one counts him as a sword
people
user.
With sword users actually want Sora in.
Oh yeah, and that technically counts.
Yeah, that's see. Yeah.
But it has, I guess it's the design. You know, he's hitting people with a freaking key blade, not a sword.
Alright, that thing's a sword. It cuts through buildings.
I mean, I should cut through buildings before. It's a sword, my guy. I don't care.
See,
The only problem to me is that they didn't pick Terry.
See, I'm not really familiar with Dragon Quest, so I don't really know like which game is Edric from and which game is Terry from.
As far as I know,
Edric's from the first one.
He's specifically from
Terry's
Dragon
from
Quest.
4,
Yeah,
I think.
Edric is like the one that like everyone knows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
He's like the OG.
He's like the Cloud.
I mean, yeah, because they don't have to always put in like the original one. It's like you see, they put Cloud, they put Joker. Joker's from Persona 5, Cloud from Final
that was
Fantasy
another
7.
rumor that they might put in the latest protagonist.
Persona 5 is like wildly more popular than any other Persona games ever been.
I feel like Persona 5 is what really put Persona on. Like I never fully knew what Persona was before 5. Actually,
Same.
We're not going to talk about how Persona 1 and 2 don't exist.
I didn't hear you.
Hey, what are those?
oh, Konon, yeah, I do know this character. This character looks way doper than Edric. Let's be honest.
Yeah, way better.
He looks like a Toriyama character.
Yeah,
They all do.
And
I want you to know, you put this picture of Edric, I'm like, why he look like a clown compared to this dude?
Is this Knox with a mullet?
it's also weird because he has a normal form and a chibi form, I guess you can say, because you know how Dragon Quest is, so we don't know how he would appear either.
This dude Terry looked like if Toriyama drew Riku.
That is the most weirdly specific description.
You know who would have had a really good fit at a different company instead of making this dumb shit for power? The guy who makes Bleach would have been really good as a character designer. I feel like that's weird.
Yeah, and that person looks alright too. Well, they might be jocking on a Link swag a bit with that hat.
Yeah, low key.
Why does he look like Goten? I mean, I know why, but
Sword Gohan.
Kira.
My boy Goten and Link did the fusion dance. That's crazy.
Erdrick is.
See, I took the Goten design over the one we got in GT.
Oh no! They should have put the thief from Dragon Quest XI.
I hate him so much.
Is that the latest protagonist?
Nah, he's a side character.
Oh, okay.
He looks better.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is
that's the weird.
Yeah,
This is why I
the guy
care
in
too.
Dragon Quest 11 kind of looks like generic.
He's super generic.
Is he an
They should have made him
avatar?
the character.
Is he an
Is he a
avatar
blue
character?
person?
Yeah.
That's him.
Like-
That's the main character, the new one.
Nah, that's a side character. You can
That's
get him on
what
your
I'd be
team.
like. That's what I'd be like. He doesn't look that generic. He just looks like,
every single character besides the main character.
Oh, this guy I just posted.
Yeah, that's actually just Trunks.
Yeah, he's like super generic.
Are you telling me Terry
Is that-
isn't exactly just Trunks?
Is that my boy Great
That's why he's
Value?
cool.
Alright, but look at this man.
He was a full body picture.
Is that my boy Great
Look at
Value
him.
Link?
He's just Trunks. He has the same pose and everything.
You can't tell me Erdrick isn't just Sword Gohan.
Yeah, that's basically the
No,
reason
tell me
people.
else
He has a
doesn't go
sword, so people don't like him. That's the Smash thing these days.
But that's a really stupid reason not to like a character because it's like they can do so much with that.
Alright, you're
It's like-
talking to the Smash fan base. I want you to realize this.
Sahvon, why'd you have to throw me under the fire like that?
Nah, I'm throwing them under the fire.
This was almost
All y'all
the main
suck.
character.
Yeah. And then the other
All y'all
so
Smash fans trash.
this is,
True. I'm tired of
all right. So the other so Erdrick is in the common speculation, and then there's the Microsoft rep. That's another big speculation, and that's going to tie into something we'll talk about a bit later. But yeah,
Please be Banjo.
Banjo is the big one. He's the one everyone is talking about, and he has a lot of evidence lately. Such as
I mean, honestly, he deserves to be in there, so I don't see
Take a
why not.
Master Chief. Steve is okay.
like
I'd
he's-
rather have
yeah, like Banjo's the main one I'm gunning for. Like Steve, again, mixed feelings.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather have Steve than Master Chief.
I would not. I would much rather have Master Chief.
I don't know.
Master
Yeah,
Chief.
take Master
If I had to choose, yeah, Steve literally doesn't have a personality.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Master Chief would be crazy though, because he would be like he would break so many boundaries because we got
Master Chief, he can like pee in a suit and like collects it. It's the greatest thing ever.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
You said pee in his
I
suit?
feel like Master Chief
Yeah.
should only.
It's like an astronaut suit. There's everything built in.
Where did this discussion go?
Why? I'm like, why are we talking about this when we was? Where are we on E3? How we get here?
But yeah, we'll only know if it's bro. What if they show a trailer for the new Halo and we think it's Halo because it looks so high quality and stuff? But
Oh, what if he goes into a Metroid planet?
oh yeah,
Nah, it's just Xenoblade 3.
he fights Samus in his reveal trailer.
Yo,
He
no, he
actually,
fights Ridley.
oh wow.
It's a continuation of the Ridley one.
Nah,
Man,
I'm trying to see this man box Samus. What are you saying?
Now my boy finna kill Ridley. You don't understand. He's finna get revenge for Mega Man and Mario.
Oh yeah.
Master Chief finishes the fight.
That title though.
Oh, so you know that he would have to be the last DLC character for that.
But yeah.
Yeah, he probably would have. Dang.
And then there's some other characters people suggest like Cuphead, but I doubt Cuphead's gonna get in.
I'd be super down for Cuphead, even though he probably won't.
Yeah, the main reason is he has a very unique art style and look to him. He would have a dope stage. And Cuphead's the game with the very classic look, for those who don't know, but I'm pretty sure you all know. Alright, so that was Smash Ultimate talk. I guess we can now go to Mario Maker, so before we get to tearing apart the bad news of Mario Maker, I do want to say this. I do think Mario Maker 2, to clarify, does look really good based on what we saw in the Direct and all that stuff. Like anyone.
All right.
Oh,
You gotta talk about that new style though.
Yeah, that's the common speculation. If as to whether or not there's one more new style, which we do know there will be a new style, because the little tab
says Mario 64.
Come on, Mario Land. Come on, Mario.
It's funny because speculation says that the 3D Marios might be disconfirmed because there's music from 3 of the 3D Mario games: 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. There's music tracks from those in the sound effects. So some people are saying, "Oh, they're deconfirmed." Yeah, I think the music tracks is the slide theme from Mario 64, Delfino Isle, and then the famous Galaxy theme. You know the one I'm talking about. So those are in as sound effects. You can play that music if you put it to a certain area. But there is one 3D Mario missing, obviously, which is Odyssey, which that's a common one people talk about. But I don't know the possibility of an Odyssey style in Mario Maker 2.
All right, but I do. Okay, we're going to use Cav. First is going to be Cappy, and you have to capture all your power up.
Yeah.
So you get to capture a Goomba. You get to capture all the enemies.
It would be dope to see Odyssey in like this 2D style and like do crazy stuff with Cappy in 2D. But I don't know if they would have enough time to like add that like out the game.
Alright, wild prediction, pipe dream. Use the amiibo and it creates an enemy out of that amiibo. You get to capture that amiibo.
Are you telling me Pit is just gonna pop out of nowhere? This man is gonna capture him and just start flying around?
I'm gonna box with Sonic, capture him, and become Sonic.
How strong do you want this game style to be?
Very. I want it to be the greatest thing ever.
I mean, that would be the greatest replacement for amiibo costumes, for sure. Like, if I could possess Sonic and, like, screw amiibo costumes, those were just 8-bit.
Make your own Sonic.
Oh, yeah, we can make our own good Sonic game or something. I don't know.
I know.
Roasted.
But yeah, I don't. Mario Odyssey is a possibility. Mario 2 is also the common one. See,
a side note. Do y'all think Replay is gonna come to Switch?
Yeah, that ties into the Microsoft collaboration stuff. And I guess we can jump around if we want. There's rumors that Microsoft will play a big role in with Nintendo because they might be collaborating on stuff. Like, there's all sorts of rumors. There's rumors that they might bring the Ori games. There's rumors that they'll bring Xbox Live. Like, there's all sorts of weird Nintendo-Microsoft collab talk.
Wait, isn't Ori confirmed?
Microsoft, just go.
Is it?
Just go PC/third party. It's fine. Y'all know you want to. You support your decision.
That's crazy.
Might as well.
I know they did put something on Switch, yeah, but I think it's
Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead was another one. But Rare Replay is possible. If it comes to Switch, I'm telling you, it's lit.
Yeah, I'm buying that day one.
Oh, for sure.
Microsoft, you can go third party if you want to. Just say so.
And it could definitely tie into if Rare happens to have a character in Smash Brothers. But, you know. The original theory for that was actually talking about the N64 Classic as to whether Nintendo might make that and potentially would collaborate with Rare to get the really good Rare games, because obviously if they make an N64 Classic, they need them Rare games to really make it definitive. Like, I think they have...
We're gonna happen it anyway.
Yeah. I just want to let you guys talk. I think they definitely have enough games to where they could rely on first party, but it just won't be the same without stuff like GoldenEye, Banjo, all that.
True.
Again, we'll hack it anyway, so it's okay.
We'll hack it anyways.
Oh my god.
No, we will.
Look, it was just announced.
Oh, Dragon Quest Walk? What is it? Is that a Pokemon Go ripoff thing?
What the hell?
Like, I can't click since I'm the one recording, but yeah, that's interesting.
What are those shoes?
Yeah, what the?
But no, if they announce like, yeah, I can't click it because I'm recording. But if they announce like a bunch of stuff tonight while we're in the middle of podcasting, I'm gonna be mad.
I know this is the wrong day. Should have waited till tomorrow.
No, Nintendo's about to hold their E3 right now.
It's a bunch of Dragon Quest slimes coalescing on top of the Shibuya 109.
No, because at that point we got to go from a podcast to a live reaction.
I gotta stop the recording and like start recording immediately. I hate announcements like this. Why you gotta stealth drop on me like this?
We are
Didn't they do this once? Didn't they turn the Earth map into Dragon Quest?
I don't know. I know there's like a Pokemon Go Minecraft ripoff thing that they were doing.
Yeah.
And that looked weird. Like, I don't see the point, but this world ends with you tie-in is interesting. Look at this man. He's just chilling.
It looks kind of like AR, but I have no idea what's going on yet.
Neither do I. Especially because I don't play Dragon.
I thought that was the same. I thought they just built.
No, when he posted, I thought Gooey was just sitting on this building. I was like, Gooey.
Yo, people are dying in this commercial.
What? See, now I gotta watch it after this.
What?
Oh, my man he's having his own live reaction. He's watching this. Well, I guess while we're doing that, we can move on to another game. I guess we can just get this one out of the way quickly. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Does anyone really care about this game?
Man. I feel like every time I see it, it somehow gets worse.
Yeah, I know, that game's been looking kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie.
I barely care about the Fire Emblem games we have right now. Why would I care about this one?
See, my thing is I only have liked Fire Emblem Awakening in the last few years. Like, I've played the older games, I've enjoyed them, and I really loved Awakening. But ever since then, I just have not been intrigued enough to pick up another game.
Yeah, I'm pretty asleep on Fire Emblem.
Fates is fine.
And mainly this new one, there's nothing really standing out about it. Like, there was one interesting thing in that initial trailer where they were, like, using armor or something to, like, build this monster. But other than that, it's like nothing interesting is catching my eye.
If I don't see Roy or Mark, I'm not interested.
Big fat.
Hey, Konon, you know what I need at E3? They need to hit me with that Bravely Default 3.
Boy, they put it on Switch.
This game. That's a game.
What else would it be on?
Easy.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Day one by.
See, that my friends, that goes in crazy predictions. Yeah.
No, it'd be dope if they somehow brought the first two games to the Switch.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Bravely
Still haven't finished the second one though.
I feel like that's not too
I'm
hard.
so upset. Why? Just finish it. God damn.
I got too many RPGs to play.
It's the first one, so I'm not one to talk.
Sahvon, I'm utterly disappointed in you. Worse, the first one was amazing.
I'm struggling.
You should have beat that.
I heard I had to beat that game like 300 more times. I was just like, well,
But
that's
yeah,
on the back burner for now.
that one probably goes in wild predictions because we don't know anything about that.
Not at all, but still.
I know, didn't they tease Bravely Default 3, if I'm correct? They like posted a picture of new art.
I'm not gonna lie, the ending of the second game kind of made it seem like there's gonna be something else coming.
Mm.
They posted on Twitter that a new one was in development
as well. Have like a picture.
But yeah, I guess the next game, basically I'm just going down. If we don't skip around to it, I'll go down the list. The next game is Luigi's Mansion 3, which, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm also wary because of Dark Moon.
Yeah, I feel like the outlook isn't amazing, but I'm still optimistic.
Yeah, I know Konon showed me that video by the BitBlock He did a video where he was remodeling the look of the game because he thinks it looks ugly, which I don't think it's terrible, but I definitely think they could do some of the textures better. And they definitely need to fix that lighting.
Right, when he pointed it out, that's when it became ugly. Because I thought it looked alright, but
yeah,
when
the
he
lighting
edited
is
he made it better.
yeah, the lighting is a huge problem. It should be darker.
I also
The
feel
funny
like they're
thing is, that's the only thing I noticed from the thumbnail that was different. It was just the lighting. It was just like way darker.
I feel like lighting is can make or break a game.
No, he added lighting and textures.
Yeah, he did.
For
add
me, it's the
textures.
art style, really.
Yeah.
And Luigi's mentioned kind of says the Mario art style, so it's okay.
Outside of the look of the game, the big thing I want to see that to make this game a little more interesting is I want it to see play with the ghost more. Like, we know we're going to have ghost minions back, but we need to see the portrait ghost back, or at least something interesting with the ghost. Because if we're just fighting, like, mostly generic ghosts and the occasional monster again, it's not going to be that interesting. A big thing I suggested is them feature more of the ghost-like races from the Mario universe into the Luigi's Mansion series. I feel like that could be interesting. Like, I don't know, put freaking Vivian in a Luigi's Mansion game or something. But Nintendo hates Paper Mario, so but they wouldn't do that. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion is just kind of okay. So next up is the one that, if it's not at E3, I'm pretty sure the Animal Crossing fans are going to burn down Nintendo. So obviously it's Animal Crossing. How do y'all feel about that?
Animal Crossing fans are babies. I want to.
They get burned down and they deserve.
Ooh, oof. It's like, I don't play Animal Crossing. It's not a very interesting series to me. It's not my thing. I prefer series with a lot of action and things going on. You know, Animal Crossing is a chill type game.
Animal Crossing is really chill.
I know.
That's what the fans
I know you play it, Conan. What are your thoughts on that series?
Hey, what about it?
It's good. It's really chill. I think you need games like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
I'm not saying
in,
it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. There's nothing wrong with the more chill type games and having games like Animal Crossing around. But at the same time, it's like, I don't play. It's not my thing, so I'm not gonna care much for it. But I do.
It helps me relax and stuff, especially like with school. But like,
Animal Crossing is his
I can wait. It feels like Animal Crossing fans. Like, Animal Crossing fans feel like they haven't had a game in, like,
bro, Animal Crossing
years.
fans are like,
look at Euro and just like, oh, okay.
They're like busy picking up scraps off the floor. They get nothing.
I mean, to be fair, it has to... What is that?
The last game was what? New Leaf?
It was
Yeah. The last game was New
We got
Leaf.
content updates.
And New Leaf was 6 to 7 years ago, if we're going by Japanese rules.
Holy shit.
Yep.
6 to
Pretty long ago.
Yep, so they've been waiting.
All right, but we had content updates.
And keep in mind, well, yeah, they had updates, but keep in mind, they didn't do a Wii U entry. All we got was Amiibo Festival. And there have been some other spin-offs too, like Happy Home Designer, the mobile game. I forget the name. What's the mobile game called? The Animal Crossing one.
Isn't it Happy Home Designer?
No, Happy Home Designer is a 3DS game.
Oh yeah, Savon said Pocket Camp.
Pocket Camp.
Oh, Pocket Camp. Yeah.
The game everyone immediately forgot about.
Stop playing it. It's trash.
You mean most of their mobile games?
No, but like Fire Emblem, it's still making money.
Yep.
Pokemon Go's still around. Mario Run was around for its thing, but it's like a one-time game, so it's not going to stick around forever.
Yeah, Reality is still pretty good.
And then Mario Kart, and then I know there's another one. Oh, Miitomo. Now that was
that shit dead.
Yeah. Well, literally, they took down the game. It's literally dead. You can't play
they
it.
did? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
down.
was right. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, and it's sad because that game was fun the first week. It was fun the first week when you're like messing around and doing dumb stuff with it. But otherwise, yeah, there was not much depth to it. I don't think they're going to talk about mobile games because they go out their way to separate their game talk from their mobile talk. Like, they specifically go out their way to separate those things. So I don't think we'll get anything on, like, Mario Kart Tour or the Dr. Mario mobile game or anything like that.
Oh, what the?
Galaga lost an actual game so I can play it.
Bro, why are they shutting down cool math games?
Oh, are they?
Yo.
They're shutting that down next year.
Oof, man. Ouch.
That's gonna hurt my child.
You broke my heart live on stream. How could you do this to me?
It's crazy.
I loved cool math games. That was my childhood. How could you hurt me like that?
I'm sorry. I just was on Twitter and that's what I see.
Ouch.
Now he's all choked up too. Oh my god.
All right, so the next set of games we have Bayonetta 3, which I've played the first two.
I'm gonna be real. with all you.
All right, what's up?
This year?
Deal.
Yeah, that's the consensus. It's not coming out this year.
I highly doubt
it's
it
not
was.
coming out this year. I don't think we're gonna get anything for it because Astral Chain's gonna come out.
Yeah, Astral Chain seems to be their focus right now. But you don't think
They'll say wait for Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, you don't think it's even gonna get like a CGI trailer or something?
If we'd be very lucky if it does.
Ooh. That's definitely an interesting take, considering how anticipated that game is. But yeah, I don't think we'll hear anything from it. At minimum, we'll get like a mention or a CGI trailer.
This man put the town on the list.
I had to because that's one of the upcoming games. And
that shit look like trash.
It's funny because Game Freak said they were like prioritizing that. So it's weird. Like, it's one of the games, so I gotta talk about it briefly. But yeah, I don't care about town. I want Pokemon. And then of course Daemon X Machina, the mech game.
Yeah, mech games.
I know that game has definitely not been in the general conversation, which I figure it might be because it's kind of taking cues from Custom Robo, and that's a more obscure series.
Because it's super sick.
The demo was trash.
I want to see more of that game.
The frame rate was like in 64 tier.
Daemon X Machina?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was a demo too.
Yeah, I know it had a demo, and people were talking about how the demo wasn't all too great. And
it was already
that will probably be at E3 in some form. I just hope it doesn't like take up the show or open it again. Because like it opened the show last year, but it was so weird because it's like this robot mech fighting game with a loud guitar music opening the show. It's like, what? Like, that was such a weird game to choose to open their E3. But yeah, Daemon X Machina exists. So now we have reached, well, before we get to Pokemon, since Pokemon might be a lengthier discussion, I guess we'll touch these last two smaller games in terms of games that will come out. For sure, Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, baby. Game of the year. No questions asked.
What? I'm like, whoever's falling asleep, thank you. I don't know what the fuck Nuck's talking about.
Hater.
I'm not even a hate. Look, I'll Nux, you can't say that to me because I stand the old one. But it's like, I'm like, what can they do?
I literally only
after the first two, I was done.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the London one is the best one. It's like one of the best. But like,
so is that the winter one?
Yeah, that was like the last Wii one.
Okay, well, I'll say this: if there's online play that's not like Mario Maker 2 where we can play together, sure, yeah, sounds great. Sounds like a fun time. But
my boy trying to play the dancing minigame online, crazy.
But no, I'm saying if Nintendo does their usual BS where we can't even play with our friends, I'm not gonna be interested in that
It's
game.
definitely not happening for that.
All right,
game.
Alpha. You know it's not going to be Nintendo BS. It's going to be Sega BS.
Exactly.
Sega's
Okay, fair enough.
Fun fact: Sega makes those games. Nintendo just publishes them.
Hey, wait, but Sega, hey, leave my boys alone.
Nah, Sega is trash.
No, wait, actually, hold up. They'll probably handle the online better. No, would. At least we'll be able to play together.
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised.
When was the last time they fucked up some online shit? What have I been missing?
By not having it exist? And it certainly isn't in any Sonic games, to my knowledge.
I'm like, not even the Sonic racing games. I swear, you could play those.
I know Team Sonic Racing has it, obviously, which of course.
No, I mean, like even before that, like Sega All Stars Racing.
Did that have? I'm pretty sure it did. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's
those are racing games. That's standard.
Yeah, but I'm like, this game, I can still see them. You know, be like they're not going to just straight up cuck us from it.
But yeah, I don't care. I'm low-key hoping Pauline is in that, though, for reasons.
My man trying to see Pauline play tennis on the court.
Wait, well, that's already a thing. That's Mario Tennis. He's in Mario Tennis Aces, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
See, this shows you how much of a Sony boy I am.
Hold that L.
No, because we're only really trying to see Cynthia play tennis.
Facts.
Whoa, hold
No
up
denial.
now.
No denial. No guilt.
Pokemon champion tennis might be time, boy.
Nah, bro. Don't give them ideas.
Oh, Cynthia's in
They make a gacha, but it's just Pokemon like human characters.
We're about to get.
No, it's not even the Pokemon. It's just the trainers.
We actually about to see Professor
Catch your favorite gym leader.
We're gonna get Pokemon Hoops free on free. We're actually about to see Professor Juniper.
Hey, they better stop playing if my girl Karen there.
No. Professor's sticking my buns hands with Lions head.
We about to see Oak cross someone.
Whoa. Lysander got crossed too many times.
That's too strong. Now I want it to happen.
If I saw Cynthia playing against me in any sport, I'd probably never play that sport ever again.
But yeah, now we get to Andrew's game.
Oh no.
Yeah. We're Link's Awakening, the remake, which it's a weird thing. So the common talk with this game is what new is it going to have? Because we know it's a remake, obviously. There's not much to talk about there. But it's
a game that's kind of already been remade, and like they added dungeons and stuff back then. So
yeah. So
I feel like they're just adding on stuff for the sake of adding stuff on at this point. I mean, that kind of felt tacked on too, like the color remake.
Yeah. One speculation point is multiplayer. That could possibly be a thing.
No way. Okay, it might exist, but it's only going to be offline.
Yeah. Well,
there's no way they're letting us fight with our friends.
Well, actually,
Four Swords
exists. There's a Zelda, the one on 3DS, the free player one. What is it? Heroes. That had online.
Yeah, but like no one played that one, bro.
If I'm being honest.
All the more reason to put it in this one. You're just mad. You're just mad because you don't want us in Marin's crib.
Oh shit! I just be sitting at the door holding B, making sure no one comes in.
We are at the start of the game. We all wake up, and Andrew's like, "What are you doing in my house?"
Like you wake up in the bed, and then everyone's like in separate beds, and all of a sudden, like Marin's in mine for some reason.
It's like, what are you doing in my house? We were just chilling. It's like, I thought we were playing the game. And Andrew's like, what do you mean I live in this game? But yeah, I feel like there's only so much they can do to make that one longer. Oh, hype though. We're going to see War in HD.
Oh no.
Yeah, War is in that game.
Picture.
Assuming
So
that,
weird.
yeah, assuming that Mario Maker 2's the new style isn't Mario 2. He might be in that, but yeah, we're gonna see this boy in HD. It's time.
What if they edit out all the Mario references? What if they're all just like generic enemies now?
We know Goombas are in there. We've seen the Goombas and the chain.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you see Chain Chomp?
Yeah,
Too?
we did.
Oh man, I'm getting weird shit when I Google Wart for Mario.
No. Scaly stuff?
I don't want to talk about it. I can't say it. If it's something's going to.
Alright, so I guess now
Don't send
we've
them.
covered all the, games that are confirmed and that we know for sure exist and will be at E3. And again, I feel like this E3 is going to focus on mostly existing games because there's so much to talk about with those.
Right.
I'm
Like,
glad they're at least getting stuff like Mario Maker out of the way.
yeah, and it's all pretty good stuff. If they at least have all those 2019 games there and nothing gets delayed, I think it'll be an okay E3. But of course, we can't have a prediction discussion like this without getting into games that are a little lesser likely, I should say. So that's why I have this little tab here. We're going to talk about some other games. So I think we can all agree, Metroid Prime 4 is not going to be at this. Like, no.
Nah.
Says you.
Metroid Prime 4 doesn't exist.
They're going to show the updated logo and be like, be happy with this.
Very retro.
If we get something, it's not going to be gameplay. It's not going to be a CGI trailer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Sam shoots down the
At
ship.
best, it gets a mention.
They get like a retro exec. His hair is all like messed up. Looks like he hasn't slept in a week. He's like, it's still coming. And he just walks out.
Damage gets shot down. She flies towards a star planet to land a pop star.
I hate you, Sahvon.
How did she not know where he was going?
Finally get our 3D Kirby game.
when the 3D Kirby game is Metroid Prime 4, it's a crossover. But yeah, and the interesting thing with Metroid Prime 4 is it leads into the discussion of retro. And retro is kind of weird because we know they were working on a game for like years. Like they were gone.
Yo, what if that game was just scrapped because Metroid Prime 4 took precedence?
I know, right? That sounds crazy.
What if it's just like
The game is Metroid.
burner for like another like 10 years?
Oh god. Actually, that sounds crazier. But yeah, we know they were working on something, and the debate is as to whether it is scrapped or we might see it at this E3. And what fuels the speculation is some of you may or may not know about this, but there was a weird picture where Reggie, when he retired, he had a picture gift from Retro Studios, right? You might have seen this. It's on his Twitter or something. I might be able to search for it real quick.
Bring it.
Yeah. Go to Reggie's Twitter, and it's a picture. And since he just created his Twitter, there's not much there. So it should be easy to find. Let me see. Scrolling. Here it is. So he got a gift from Retro Studios, which was like a little illustration featuring different, characters that Retro has worked with.
I remember now.
Here.
Behind Mario, there's some like non-specific robotic arm.
Yeah, and no one has been able to recognize that character. And people are like,
Shit.
who the heck is that? Because, like, they have Donkey Kong, which obviously they've worked on the Donkey Kong games, Tropical Freeze and Returns. They have Samus, which Metroid Prime was like their baby, basically.
Is that my guy, Mighty Number 9?
Oh my god.
Hey, I forgot about him.
But yeah, Reggie, that's the gift he got, and people have been speculating about that character for weeks now. So they
My
think,
friend Edward Elric.
yeah, that might be Retro's lost project, and we might see it at E3.
Alright.
The only
What if
question
Diddy
is,
Kong in this new game lost
Wait.
his arm?
Are those boobs behind the fucking book?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know what that is. But yeah, that's the weird picture thing. But yeah, so Retro Studios may be at E3, but they probably aren't because they're dying working on Metroid Prime 4. The next game is Pikmin 4, which I don't know why.
That's never been released ever.
Didn't Miyamoto say that was almost done like 5 years ago?
Yes. But the thing is, now people are wondering if that was a mistranslation and he was just talking about the next project, which would have been, what is it called?
Oh, the 3DS game?
Yep. So that might have been
Pikmin 4 has never been released ever in the history of ever.
I want it so bad though. Like I dabbled a little in Pikmin 2 recently, and I forgot how fun that game is.
Sahvon, you know it's never coming out?
The more you want it, the farther away it is.
I'm trying to...
Sahvon, you know...
Oh, go ahead.
Sahvon, you know what's coming out in 25 years?
Kid Icarus.
Oh, yeah. Kid Icarus 4. See you when we're 50.
Oh, damn. Why'd you hurt me?
My man Sahvon got hurt as bad as me when I heard Cool Math Games was dying.
Sahvon can't say anything to anyone because if he tries anything, everyone can just pick or Kid Icarus.
Why you kill him like that? He was living his life. But yeah, Pikmin 4.
That game's never coming out because I want it infinitely. I want it more than any Animal Crossing fan wants it.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know about Pikmin 4. It's a 75 to 25% chance, I'll say. Like, it might be here just because of how long it's been, but it might not since we've heard literally nothing. It would be cool if we got a Pikmin trilogy. That would be nice.
Yo, what if Pikmin 4 just never comes out and 20 years later it gets released in an HD collection? And they're like, yo, why did this come out? And it's like, shit, we forgot. Let's see.
It was in the vault.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's what the rumor with Metroid Prime trilogy. There's a rumor that they actually have a Metroid Prime trilogy HD done, but they've been sitting on it.
I mean, they can probably just take the existing one and upscale.
They might actually release it. Maybe the C3, just to tie over Metroid.
Yeah, that's the big speculation as to whether or not they'll do something for Metroid at all at the C3. Basically, the only chance the Metroid fans haven't seen anything is the Prime trilogy. We will probably see nothing on Prime 4.
Okay, head out. It's 1:30 a.m. here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we were getting close to the end anyway. We're almost done here.
Yeah, I might stick around.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes left, and then we'll be able to end this. So the next topic is just the Persona 5 port, which was a part of that Best Buy leak, which Metroid Prime Trilogy was also a part of. The Best Buy leak is basically someone had the employee system of Best Buy, and there were weird games in there. There were game announcements that weren't announced yet.
Oh, I guess we kind of know what Persona 5 and a Link to the... Oh, wait, no. It's supposed to be a Link to the Past or Link's Awakening?
A Link to the Past. That's the bizarre part.
I mean, they could all be that could be a miss whatever of...
Yeah. Might be an error.
Of Link's Awakening. Persona 5 could be Persona 5 Scramble or whatever it's called.
Yeah. That's the common talk, as to whether these are misconceptions or whatever.
Metroid Prime Trilogy. I can't see what it could be unless it's Metroid Prime Hunters HD.
No, Federation Force HD.
It's just a straight up port. They didn't even try to improve it.
And it's funny, that was literally a Metroid game. Well, did Federation Force have online? Did it? I didn't actually play that game. I just know made people mad, including me.
It looks like it did. I don't know what it was.
Oh, that's interesting. See, now this is ruining our expectations. Now we're gonna wonder if Metroid Prime, what is it? If Metroid Prime 4 has more online multiplayer, but we can't. Damn,
reviews fucking tore up at Federation Force.
They were mad.
Except Nintendo Life and Nintendo World Report, which gave them 8 and 9 out of 10.
I guess while we're on the subject of online, we can finish up our online rant for Mario Maker 2, which, we never got back to that. Not being able to play with your friends sucks. Nintendo, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
I hope that's a misconception, because we know that they heard that from a Treehouse rep, kind of, and we don't necessarily know if that was a developer on the game or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure they would know.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is true, I'm going to be mad. But yeah, it's really dumb.
I'm not mad at Nintendo, I'm just disappointed.
Disappointed but not surprised.
Ouch.
That's just life in general recently.
Yeah, and I guess we already did talk about the amiibo costume briefly. Those aren't as terrible, but it's kind of bad they're not bringing amiibo costumes back, because they were pretty fun in the first game. It was fun to play this Mario game as Sonic the Hedgehog. They were limited still. You could only have them in the Mario 1 style and all that stuff.
I remember you being upset. I forgot which character it was. There was a character Ice Climbers.
Yeah, I made an Ice Climber level in the first game, and it was really good. But then they were like, nah, no amiibo costumes for you. And I was like, ouch.
What if you wanted to build your own game? Mario Maker said no amiibos.
Mario Maker said no friends.
Someone said they might have taken them out because of the fact. Yeah, they might have taken them out because it's amiibo, and they're moving away from amiibo. But that's a lie. Because
why would they move away from it? They make so much fucking money.
Yeah, they still make amiibos, and you could unlock the amiibo costumes in the game even without amiibo. So they were still there. So yeah, disappointing, but not surprising. All right. So we are almost done here, guys. We have a few topics left. We already did the Microsoft talk. Konon brought that up earlier. But all we have left is the possibility of a Wii U port and talking about some Switch OS updates that could happen.
The possibility of a Wii U port?
Yeah, which I put that there because I feel like something relating to the Wii U again is going to get announced because Switch loves its ports.
Yeah.
Please bring Wonderful 101, please and thank you.
That's one of the games left. There's not much left to port in terms of really necessary.
Yeah,
no pay to port Wonderful 101.
Wonderful 101, that's one. What's another one?
Nintendo Land with online.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, everyone's asking for that one.
Make Nintendo Land 2.
See, but for those last few games, you might as well make sequels, I feel like.
Nintendo Land 2, Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land harder.
Just make Nintendo Land 2 or 3D World 2.
Is the theme park they're making, is that the sequel to Nintendo?
Oh, low key?
I hope so.
And that's going to tie... It's funny, because they're trying to get the theme park done by the time they finish the Mario movie, but that's different stuff.
It's going to tie into the Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
That's the next discussion. Don't spoil.
They should pour Wind Waker HD.
Yeah, some people were talking about that. Whether they'll bring over the Zelda.
You're gonna get Skyward Sword and you're gonna like it.
No.
Oh, I forgot about Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I know Konon has some words about that.
Yeah, fuck that game.
I don't get why y'all hate Skyward Sword.
Ooh.
I don't get why you like it.
It's literally like every 3D Zelda game ever.
I don't know why we let you in here.
It's like every Zelda game times 100. That's the problem.
Wait,
Exactly.
what?
Now y'all gonna sit here and talk about
a lot of tropes and stuff.
Oh yeah, true. See, here's the problem though.
There was What?
I was gonna say. See, here's the problem. Y'all better have the discussion on 3D Zelda, and I'm sitting here only played Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild.
Oh no! See, you're still doing better than me. All I played is.
I mean, you if you played Ocarina of Time, you played Twilight Princess as well. You're fine.
You play all of them, pretty much.
Haven't you already put 1 billion hours into Breath of the Wild?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was playing Breath of the Wild like crazy. I love that game. But yeah, there's rumors that they might bring over the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker remasters that they did on Wii U.
I hope not.
Like, they could do Wind Waker and Twilight Princess at once. I hope.
Like, well, I use the word remaster loosely for Twilight Princess. We all know how that one kind of looks. Like,
I think remaster is the right word.
They need to, like, change a lot.
But Wind Waker HD, I think that's one they could bring over. That one didn't look too bad.
Twilight Princess is, like, always going to look bad, I think. Wind Waker is kind of time. Like, when we exited the fucking, like, 1 year period where Twilight Princess looked good in comparison to other games, like, it's only downhill.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Link's Awakening, that remake kind of had a small controversy with its art style. Zelda's just always going to be weird with that, I think.
They just refuse to be consistent. If they ever have two art styles at once, then they'll explode or something.
See, as an outsider, I originally thought it was like just a split, simple as that. It was like Wind Waker, cartoony Zelda games, and then like realistic ones. But clearly,
I mean, it's kind of what happened. Like, they had Wind Waker and everyone's like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, oh shit. And they made Twilight Princess as fucking washed out as they could.
And then you have like Breath of the Wild, which is like a mix of Wind Waker, Skyward Sword.
Which has all the color, all the landscape. I love it.
I think if Breath of the Wild looked realistic, it would the Wii U and Switch would just fucking explode.
Some moments of it kind of make
Breath
it
of the Wild look realistic. It wouldn't look anywhere as good.
Yeah, what I like about that game is some angles of it look kind of more anime-like, but then other angles kind of look ugly. Kind of.
I think it definitely needs like
full anime.
It needs like higher quality textures, I think.
Yeah.
And mod.
Bring me more Ghibli
Link
style.
looks like shit.
Oh, what looked bad?
Link?
Stupid.
Oh, Link?
Twilight Princess.
Hey, leave my boy in his blue shirt.
His face is pretty bad. It's like they can't get it right ever since Twilight Princess.
Leave my boy's blue shirt alone. And his face.
Bro, his nose, like, he looks like Michael Jackson.
It kind of cut off there, but I heard what you... Yeah, when that specific shot, I kind of see the face might seem a little weird.
This is Dota 2. All the Gorons and stuff, they look fine.
Yeah, it varies between the characters, I guess. See, now I'm wondering what Ganondorf would look like.
I just want his lion. I want his lion mane from Hyrule Warriors. Just be
No, Ben is going to be the main villain of the Breath of the Wild 2. Him being in Majora's Mask, that was foreshadowing. All right, but yeah, we've covered pretty much all the topics. The Switch OS update one, that was just talking about, like, will they actually add stuff like themes and basic features to the...
Just give me overdue. So good.
This picture Andrew just posted.
I'm upset.
It reminds me of the meme where they were giving everyone fades.
You mean the waves meme?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just edit the AirPods into it.
Yeah, the AirPods. But yeah. So before we wrap this up, are there any last predictions, I guess I should say? Not just general, but like any game ideas you may think may show up? Like, I know Sahvon brought up Kirby. If Kirby shows up, it'll be a spin-off, I think. Because I think they still...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they would just wrapped up Star Allies DLC not that long ago. So I feel like it's going to be a while longer before we get another main game. Especially if it's a 3D one, which they heavily implied because they said they wanted to take Kirby in a bigger direction for the next game.
Port Kirby Air Ride. And that's it.
Or that.
Port Kirby Air Ride.
I mean, they might as well just make it right, too. That's the closest to 3D we've gotten in the whole series' life, Sahvon.
Just give me air right again. with every character.
Every console comes out, Sahvon's like, where the fuck is air ride, you bastards?
See, I'm just trying to do drive-bys with Susie. What do you mean? Just let her have her Star Allies gun and just do drive-bys. That's simple as that.
I want Ribbon just to be a car.
Oh, yeah. No, Ribbon's vehicle is like Amy's in Sonic R. She like barely.
We're talking prediction.
Yeah, crazy predictions.
She's barely playable. Okay.
Oh, I think Arms 2 is gonna steal the show.
Arms 2. That's actually a good subject though, because we don't know what the Mario Kart team is doing. Like, I doubt they're on really all hands on deck for Mario Kart Tour. I doubt it. That's
or Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Let's go Arms 2.
The speculation is as to whether they're on Mario Kart 9, another ARMS game, maybe a new IP. Like, Mario Kart team is in mystery right now.
Wait, didn't we hear something about like Mario Kart DLC or something?
That was a rumor. Yeah.
I don't know, like, what? Yeah.
That was an old rumor.
That game's already over.
Yeah, I think they're done. They might be done with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I think they have to wait a while if they want to release 9. They have to wait
I don't know. I really thought next was they're done with Mario Kart. I'm about to be like in.
Yeah, no. See, that's the thing. Mario Kart makes money. It sells crazy. Fun fact: Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling game on Switch right now. It's like,
and they can't even think about announcing a new game until they let what's it called, Tour be out for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we might not hear from Mario Kart in about a year or so.
I feel like they would have like connectability towards it, at the very least.
But yeah, we don't. They'll do. I'm sure we'll hear from them sometime in the future. I doubt Mario Kart's ending at all because it's Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. It's like that's like us saying Pokemon's gonna end in this generation. That's not happening.
Not Alpha. It all comes together though.
This guy.
Oh yeah. You saying that just makes me think of that theory where everyone going back to Kalos. I'm like, no.
Oh, that theory. Yeah, there's a theory that Kalos will be.
We ain't never gonna go back to Kalos ever in my entire lifeline.
If I have a choice, I'm never going back to Kalos. You have to fucking drug me and knock me out.
It feels like Game Freak hates and likes Kalos, like kind of likes Kalos at the same time.
I think they realize that they kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Kalos had so much potential, it just was
really
dropped.
did.
It doesn't have any substance, in the execution.
Yeah.
It could have been big too because the anime was hype, but then they rushed it out to finish it up and get to Gen 7. I feel like that's a big thing that killed Kalos.
Yeah.
It's sad, boys.
But what can you do at this point?
So, any other possible suggestions that could lead to any games we're forgetting?
Give me the character stuff crazy.
Sahvon, don't. To quote Hawkeye in Avengers Endgame, "Don't give me hope." We ain't seeing this boy Pit unless it's Smash. We ain't seeing this boy Pit for a long time.
Pokemon Sword and Shield is gonna be released the exact date of E3. And they're gonna play through the whole game
What?
at the treehouse.
I said crazy
And
predictions,
it's
not.
Not out of this world.
This man said they're gonna release Sword and Shield.
Might as well.
Day.
Bro, if that happened, I will
If they
call up
reveal
for
the whole game to me,
I know. I'm like, I don't care what the fuck's going on this time.
Now, what if he's close? What if it releases in July or something?
See, I
better.
don't want to watch any news of it because it's like kind of feeling the Gen 4. I knew nothing of Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. Well, it's so weird because with Pokemon, I can't help it. I want to see.
I can't help but look at news. It's like man.
It's also hard to avoid because whenever a new Pokemon or some new elements get revealed, it blows up Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, if no one else, Yeah, if no one else has anything, like
they're gonna live stream the whole game. It's gonna be a speedrun.
Nintendo.
Well, guys, don't forget to miss Nux's full live stream of Pokemon Sword and Shield coming when the game releases.
Don't tell me that. I don't have a capture card.
Coming directly to you
for like 48 hours straight.
Well, Nux, too late. I put it out there. You better get one.
I'm broke. What do you
It'll
mean?
be only 3.
There you go. There goes Nexus food money for like the next 3 months.
You know, if we're gonna make call out like this, Andrew, I expect a full live stream of the Link's Awakening remake.
Oh shit! Okay, I'll get an Elgato, right?
And Sahvon, just nothing.
Nah. Sahvon got to do a full marathon of the Hot Wheels.
Oh.
Watching a man die live on camera. Oh,
Man literally died.
But yeah, I got nothing else. So I think we've about done here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. We're gonna have the boss battles.
Potential.
I need.
And Xion will be very important. Probably not.
I mean, I think that's what
Playable Xion.
Xion will probably not be
Xion never.
Or anyway.
I feel like if it's a Xion episode, I feel like we do have a good chance of getting playable Roxas. But I feel like, I don't know, it's also wishful thinking.
I just want
playable Roxas' game.
Just give me the 2-for-1 Keyblade. And then it transforms into Oathkeeper and Oblivion when you form change. And that's it.
That does remind me of something, though, bringing up Kingdom Hearts. It made me think of the Kingdom Hearts collection. Like, I wonder if that would come to Switch. But it also reminded me that another Microsoft rumor is that they might bring Master Chief Collection to Switch.
How?
Yeah.
It's gonna play like ass.
Yeah. Well, isn't Master Chief Collection just all the old games? Like, I know it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
3, and
and what
4?
systems? What
Wasn't
systems?
there another?
Reach. Halo Reach is on it.
Reach, yeah.
And what
Literally
systems are those for?
Too.
Yeah, what system are those for?
It's just
handle all those games.
It's just Xbox and Xbox 360, I think.
Yeah, so it might be able to handle that. The issue is,
but the remastered like HD versions of them, I don't think so.
Yeah.
They'd have to tone them down a lot.
The issue, I think, is spacing. That's going to be the problem because cartridges.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on like 2 cards. Like, what if they tried to bring Red Dead to Switch? That'd be like 3 cards.
Jesus.
We really out here playing the Switch like a PlayStation.
Yeah, we're putting franchises in debt just to take out the competition.
It's like, all right, I'm finished with Cart 1, time to put in Cart 2.
Yo, the game's actually like $100 if you had to buy 3 cards.
Oof. Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt the price too. Ugh.
Like the Atlas tax.
Yeah, because we know the carts have kind of been hurting some of the pricing with these third-party games.
Yeah, they kind of like that's the only thing they could have really done to the Switch is use cards because discs won't work at all.
Yeah.
Unless they went digital only, but then they'd have to have a really good like storefront, and that's impossible. Nintendo's not gonna have a good line.
Plot twist: that's the Switch 2. They somehow figured out how to make disc portable. Like, or work with the portable Switch. Like,
they somehow figured out how to go fucking digital.
Like, they just straight up did some voodoo magic up in the studio. But yeah, I've said my piece on all the subjects, so since this is the return of the podcast, I don't have a very creative way to close it out, other than this was a pretty good discussion, guys. It was good to have you guys back in action. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. So I guess the last thing we can do is just say goodbye to the people.
Later, y'all.
Check out my
yeah, and then check out their some social media and channels.
This is where I plug my SoundCloud.
See you later.